Lol. People be like, sexual harassment? What is anyone trying to achieve getting drunk at a party, dressing provocative, and dancing all up on people? It's like a prostitute or a stripper complaining about sexual harassment.
Excuse you! A sex worker has every right to be respected. This is what you don't seem to understand. Dressing provocatively, doing sex work, explicit dancing, partying, etc. are not free passes to harass somebody. Why? Because those things were all being done on their terms with their consent. They decide what is and isn't okay to do to them. How dare you claim that your personal judgment takes precedent over their right to decide what happens to their body? Once you start doing things to them that they aren't okay with, it is no longer on their terms / with their consent, and therefore it is sexual harassment. Also, sexual acts with a drunk person are straight up sexual assault. Just a friendly reminder. At least 1 in 5 women.
Oh my god, do you really believe that? Oh, this has just got even worse.
And 1 in 10 will be harassed sexually. What does that even mean? At some point in their life. If you are ever victimized, I certainly hope that nobody ever inflicts such a sick victim-blaming attitude on you as to what you just exhibited.
Lol, what are you even talking about? We're not talking about actual sexual harassment here. We're talking about the neo-Tumblrette definition, which is literally just thinking someone is hot and hitting on them. If your job is to elicit sexual desires, i.e. as in sex workers and strippers, then if your goal is to avoid someone finding you attractive, you're going to be one hungry sex worker. Now, if you dress like a stripper, go to a party, willfully get drunk, flirt, and dance up on people, and then claim sexual harassment, it should be handled quite differently than someone who was minding their own business and being stalked by a creeper, etc.
No, that isn't the Tumblrette definition, and no, it shouldn't be treated differently. That mindset is part of the problem. Saying that implies that there are circumstances that make assault okay, and there aren't. It is never okay, and it is never the victim's fault. Jesus, I feel so sorry for any friends of yours, because if, God forbid, they are ever assaulted and they come to you for help, you're apparently just going to judge out of them and for not behaving in a way that you personally approve of. Somebody is less deserving of help because they aren't a perfect little good girl minding her own business. If she has the nerve to go out and try to have fun on her terms, then she has no right to complain when somebody violates or disrespects her. That's what you're saying, and it's kind of disgusting. I shouldn't be held responsible for somebody else's decision to take advantage of me, no matter what I was wearing, no matter how much I was drinking. If I wasn't sober and saying, yes, please continue, this is sexual assault or harassment. You're running your mouth about what is and isn't actual sexual harassment, yet you clearly have an outdated, harmful, and flat-out inaccurate idea of what sexual harassment is. I suggest you educate yourself on the subject before taking it upon yourself to invalidate somebody's experience. Also, I don't know how thinking someone is hot and hitting on them is the same as what was happening in this game, which is the behavior I assumed you were justifying considering you posted the original comment on the video for this game. I really don't understand why you're backtracking now and trying to claim that you said something you didn't say. It isn't making you look less horrible. Ripping people's clothes off without their permission isn't hitting on them, and if you think it is, then God, I fear for anybody you hit on in the future. Disclaimer, I'm not making a big deal out of the game itself, because it is just a stupid game. What I'm making a big deal out of is your comment because you are talking about the real world!
What is the deal with everyone on the internet wanting to preach and nag about things that aren't even worth getting into a conversation about? And see, that's the problem. These people can't just... this account is just one of a bazillion accounts on, say, Tumblr, Instagram, YouTube... Facebook has a bunch. It just, their sole purpose is to go and anonymously, verbally, just jump all over people for things they didn't even say. At no point did I ever imply any of the stuff that I was getting berated for. I think my response after this, I don't remember saving it or anything, but it was something along the lines of, you're just one of those people, aren't you? You just like to make a wall of text that has, it's just basically nonsense. That's stuff that I didn't even say. I'm done with this conversation. I'm muting you. This is done. Actually, I don't think I even muted him. I think I'm waiting for him to respond back. But, whew. I mean, it's okay to share your opinion with people, but it's really annoying to share a stupid, uneducated opinion with someone who's not even interested. Like, I don't care what your opinion about what I said was. I mean, it's absolutely hilarious that she went to such lengths to try to learn me something. But, I mean, you know, whatever. Peace out, guys. This has been Mr. Wolfie. I'm sure more of these will come.
This really is just to say this. Never okay. It's not your place to please someone else. Bye like that. It's shame.